Hi, everyone. My name is Nate Gibbons.
My name is Jillian Munson.
Businesses acquire new equipment as they grow, and most equipment is financed by banks or manufacturer finance companies through leases and loans, similar to the way automobiles are financed by consumers. In fact, roughly $1 trillion of business equipment is financed each year in the US. Unfortunately, the equipment financing process is lengthy, opaque, and takes days or weeks to complete, and this is a real problem, because there are literally millions of businesses whose growth and success is stifled by a slow, antiquated equipment financing process.
So to solve these problems, we created QuickFi, the world's first and only 100% digital financing platform. The platform is currently being used by banks and global manufacturers to cut their costs while increasing the number of customers they onboard per day. A business borrower can establish a QuickFi account with a bank or finance company. The borrower easily authenticates themselves and instantly credit scores their business. Then, using QuickFi, the borrower can both initiate and complete equipment financing in just 3 minutes, from anywhere at any time.
Now, the benefit to you as a bank or manufacturer is that you now have a way to offer your customers a secure, frictionless, completely digital way to finance their business equipment without investing years and millions of dollars in development costs. We'll show you how it works. Jill is a business owner, and she works for a company called Sentient Gray. And Jill would like to finance a new excavator. So after downloading the QuickFi mobile app from the iOS or Google Store, Jill begins creating her new QuickFi account by entering her work email address. Next, Jill sets a password. Then she enters her name and job title. After entering her work mobile phone number, QuickFi sends Jill a code via text, which she'll confirm to enable two-factor authentication. QuickFi is now asking Jill to verify her email address. Now, this is part of a one-time onboarding process which replaces paper and even PDF applications with a simple, secure format. Back in the app, Jill enters her company legal name and the city and state of the business headquarters. Next, Jill selects her company from a database. And QuickFi is now instantly evaluating Jill's company based on available credit data. Imagine how much time and money you could save if you used QuickFi to instantly decision your equipment loan applications. And just like that, Jill's account is now established and the business has been credit scored. The final step of the onboarding process is to complete identity verification. So Jill uses her phone's camera to scan the front and back of her driver's license. Then she completes a live facial scan to verify that she is, in fact, the same person whose photo appeared on the driver's license. And that scan was successful. The final step of the onboarding process is to enable biometric authentication, which Jill can enable for future app login. So in just a few minutes, Jill established a credit line with a brand new bank or financial institution and authenticated and verified her identity. Now, remember, if Jill wasn't using QuickFi, the process, which many of us are familiar with, would involve phone calls and meetings with a loan officer and days spent waiting, and Jill didn't have to do any of that. Because she used QuickFi, she was able to set up a business account and get an approved credit line in a matter of minutes. By the way, we're showing you a private labeled version of QuickFi, which is currently being used by Sani equipment dealers throughout the United States. Jill can now finance her business equipment using her new credit line. And she can do this in 3 simple steps, which can be completed in less than 3 minutes. Step 1 is to import an equipment invoice. Jill will upload an invoice from a folder. She could also upload an invoice using her phone's camera, or she could email a file to QuickFi. Once the invoice is uploaded, it's processed and interpreted using AI. The invoice's key data points are presented back to the user, including the supplier name and the dollar amount to be financed, which Jill confirms. Now, she can continue adding invoices, but in this case, she'll proceed with just one. Step 2 is choosing term and structure. Jill selects her desired structure for this transaction and sees the monthly payment calculate as she toggles different term options. After Jill confirms the excavator has been accepted, she then selects her billing preference. And this is going to bring us to step 3, which is signing the contract. Our contracts are being generated and are used based on terms that are widely accepted throughout the industry, which accommodate transactions from $5,000 all the way up to $5 million. This digital contract is generated instantly based on the selections Jill just made on the previous screen. So if you're a bank, this means that your customers don't wait for your documentation department to prepare and deliver paperwork. The process is instant, just like the credit underwriting process that you saw before. So this enables creditworthy applicants to proceed through the entire process from start to finish with no interruption. Jill executes the contract with a single digital signature.
And that's it. The transaction's complete. The contract is stored on a private blockchain with a hash on the Ethereum network. The manufacturer is paid the next business day, and all loan servicing, including early buyouts and equipment returns, are facilitated directly through the mobile app. 24/7 live QuickFi support is also available.
So if you're interested in turning a 3-day process into just 3 minutes, we'd love to work with you. Thanks for your interest in QuickFi.